There's a new threat buzzing around our neighborhoods here in California, and it is way smaller than you might think. So today, we're going to break down exactly how you can protect your family from a growing mosquito problem, one that's bringing some pretty serious tropical diseases right to our doorsteps.
All right, let's start with a little pop quiz. What do you think can hatch hundreds of mosquitoes right there in your own yard? Your first thought might be, a swamp, maybe a big pond, or that neglected swimming pool down the street, right? Well, those are definitely problems, but the real culprit, it's much, much smaller.
I'm not kidding. It takes less water than what you can hold in a single bottle cap to become a full-blown mosquito nursery. And that one tiny fact is really at the heart of why this whole public health battle has landed literally in our own backyards.
For the longest time, we've thought of diseases like dengue as something you only really had to worry about when you were traveling, right? Well, that's all changing. The threat isn't just out there anymore. It is officially here. And this number right here, this is a huge wake-up call. In 2024, California recorded 18 locally acquired dengue infections. Now, that means people got sick from mosquito bites right here at home, not on some faraway vacation. The front line in this fight is now our own communities. And listen, as Stephen Absher from the state's Vector Control Association points out, this is our new reality. But, and this is important, it's not a reason to panic. The power to fight back is actually in our hands. The key is just understanding what we're up against and knowing the simple steps we can take. So, who is this tiny enemy that's turning our backyards into a major public health concern? Well, it is not your average everyday mosquito. Let's meet the main culprit. These are the invasive Aedes mosquitoes. And what makes them so tricky is that they are perfectly adapted to live right alongside us. They actually bite during the daytime, they prefer biting people, and they absolutely thrive in our cities and suburbs. They don't need a swamp. They just need that bottle cap of water you didn't think twice about. Now, these mosquitoes carry diseases that can look pretty similar at first glance. You can see here, dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. They can all cause fever and a rash. But there are some key differences. Dengue often brings the absolute highest fever. Chikungunya is notorious for this severe, really debilitating joint pain. And Zika, that's more likely to cause conjunctivitis, or what we call red eyes. Knowing these little signs can be absolutely critical. So, where is this big fight against these mosquitoes actually taking place? It's not in some far-off jungle. It is right in your own yard. Your property has become the main line of defense. So to win this thing, we've got to start thinking like a mosquito. They are on a constant mission, always looking for any little opportunity to lay their eggs. And that means we need to become mosquito detectives, hunting down all those little hidden pockets of standing water. And here are their absolute favorite spots. Those little saucers under your potted plants, a 5-star hotel for them. That old tire you've been meaning to get rid of, that's a mosquito mansion. Even your pet's water dish, a bird bath, or clogged gutters can breed hundreds and hundreds of them. Just take a look at this list and think about your own home. The good news is, taking control is actually super simple. It just takes a little bit of a routine. Think of it as your weekly yard patrol. Once a week, just take 5 minutes. Walk your property, look for water, tip it out, toss out any junk you don't need, and check for things like leaky sprinklers. That's it. A 5-minute habit can protect your whole family. Okay, so let's take that simple routine and build it into a complete strategy. We can put all this info into a really simple, memorable action plan. This is your prevention playbook. It all boils down to this easy slogan: tip, toss, and protect. Tip out standing water, toss out unneeded containers, and protect yourself from bites. Seriously, if you remember nothing else from this, just remember those 3 words. So let's break it down. Number 1, and this is the most important part, eliminate the water. That's the whole tip and toss thing. Second, keep them out of your house. Check your window and door screens for any holes. And third, protect yourself directly. When you're going to be outside, especially in an area with mosquitoes, wear an EPA-registered repellent and cover up with long sleeves and pants. Simple as that. Okay, so your weekly yard patrol is the first and honestly the most critical step. But real protection is a team effort. What we all do individually really adds up to protect our entire community. Sometimes the problem is just bigger than your own yard. A single neglected green swimming pool can breed millions of mosquitoes. So if you see a major issue like that, or if you just notice a lot of aggressive day-biting mosquitoes, Don't just ignore it. Report it to your local vector control agency. They're your partners in this fight.
So it all comes down to this. A quick 5-minute walk around your property once a week can make all the difference. It protects your family, your pets, and your neighbors from this very real and growing threat. The only question left is, what are you going to find when you look?